How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. Okay, so in 1984, Irem released Kung Fu Master. And Kung Fu Master was a moderate success. It became more popular later on than it was actually in its first run in the arcades. And one of the things that was Nintendo acquiring it as a licensed title for its first crop of NES titles. It proved to be one of the first 30 games released by Nintendo for the NES, i.e., it's one of the black box games, and it was probably the first pure action game on the console, as well as the first beat 'em up on the console. The game I'm referring to today is Kung Fu. Now, Kung Fu, it has the same, ironically enough, it has the same control scheme as probably the worst title on the NES, arguably, Karate Kid. The only difference is it works for Kung Fu, and Kung Fu came out in 1984, I believe, for the NES. The game is 5 levels long. Those levels aren't very long at all. They draw directly from the arcade version of the game. There are no pitfalls. It's just you walk from left to right. Depending on what level you're on, you beat up enemies, avoid projectiles being thrown at you by the guys with knives, and beat up the boss, climb stairs, next level. If you pay attention to the way the game is set up, it feels like it's loosely based on the Bruce Lee movie Game of Death. I'm just speculating here. I don't know that for sure. But Kung Fu is notable for having some of the earliest what seemed like attempts at digitized sound bites in an NES title. With the laughs that each boss character lets out when you lose to them in a fight. And interestingly enough, it had the first decapitation in gaming history, because the fourth boss. When you fight the fourth boss, the little wizard guy, you punch him in the face, his head flies off, he disappears, and his head is back on his body. But it's still a decapitation. It also features the first black guy in a Nintendo cart in an NES. The third boss, who many gamers have jokingly referred to as Louis Armstrong, because he looks like the legendary jazz musician in a tank top and khaki pants, and he violently kicks you in the chest. Kung Fu was a great game for what it was. It was an early title in the NES library, and for 1984, this game is great fun. It still is today. This has been the 8-Bit Animal, and you guys have a great day.